It's your boy Bro Thizzle, and today I'm going to be talking about the 2017 film Brawl in Cell Block 99. So ain't nothing to it but to do it. Vince Vaughn plays Bradley Thomas, a former boxer turned drug runner that finds himself in prison after a deal goes bad. A bad guy played by Udo Kier approaches Bradley in prison with a job to kill a prisoner and threatens Bradley's pregnant wife if he doesn't go through with the hit. I saw this one when it came out, and I really enjoyed this flick overall. Vince does a great job in a more dramatic role than we usually see him in, and I'll go as far as to say that this might be my favorite performance ever from him. He's a likable giant of a man towering at around 6'5", that can also be menacing when he's under incredible pressure and even displays great skills in combat. We have Jennifer Carpenter as Bradley's wife, Lauren. Near the beginning of the film, we find out that she's been having an affair behind Bradley's back, and we get a fantastic rage scene where Bradley goes outside and takes apart his car piece by piece, which Vince actually did without a stunt double, if I'm correct. At first, I do hate Lauren, but as the movie goes along, I started to root for their relationship when they reconciled and even enjoyed their chemistry together. At first, I do hate Lauren, but as the movie goes along, I started to root for their relationship when they reconciled and even enjoyed their chemistry together. I'm a big Don Johnson fan, so it was a treat to see him play the villainous warden of the prison. He gets to have some snarky lines of dialogue, and he has a great presence when he pops up. I just wish he had a bit more screen time. Udo Kier is great as usual, portraying a slimy type of character that I'm very familiar with him playing, but he still brings a skin-crawling performance as a character named the Placid Man. From what I remember, we don't find out his real name. On my first watch, I was surprised by how gory this movie was. The bloody violence pops up in certain moments, but when it happens, it's very gruesome. There's a standout death to me, and that's when Bradley stomps on the back of a prisoner's head and drags his face across the floor with his foot. Even as a gorehound, this moment makes me wince every time. Awesome practical effects with no CGI in sight, which always gets higher points to me when it comes to an action or horror film. I love the cinematography. It gave me a stylish feel that reminded me of a grindhouse 70s flick. In fact, this movie feels like it was ripped right out of that era, and I don't see much of these kind of movies dropping nowadays. As far as the acting goes, I can't think of anybody that was bad or put in a weak performance. Maybe I felt some of the supporting characters were kind of there, like the guard played by Mustafa Shakir, who's there to pressure Bradley into boxing and ends up getting his arm snapped in half. The movie does take its time to build up in the first 30 minutes or so, and the violence pops off here and there, like I said, mainly when the drug deal goes wrong, and we do have a couple sequences of brutal carnage when Bradley's in prison, but the storyline taking its time worked for me because I was invested in the Bradley character overall and the very dark circumstance that he's in. I forgot to mention what exactly the Placid Man threatens Bradley with is very disturbing. He says that if he doesn't kill the prisoner successfully, he's gonna hire a special doctor that can clip the limbs off his child while it's still in the womb. It's a very icky threat that I don't hear every day in a movie, and this being delivered by Udo Kier of all people was icing on the creep factor cake. I can see some people hating the ending with Bradley. Spoilers for those who haven't seen the movie, but Bradley is able to kill the prisoners that attack him near the end. And we do have a really messed up finale when the warden and the COs open fire on Bradley. We see the bullets burst through his face and the screen goes black. Now, for me, I don't mind non-happy endings as long as I feel that it makes sense or it gives me a strong reaction. And it was felt. I was really rooting for Bradley, and it made me sad to see that he didn't make it through, even if he was able to beat the bad guys on the outside. Overall, Vince Vaughn has never been better with Brawl in Cell Block 99. The action and violence is very brutal, with bones popping out and faces being smashed in. The direction given by S. Craig Zoller is wonderful. The vibe of the movie is very gritty and downbeat, but the execution of it is both fantastic and bizarre. The soundtrack is also a banger, with Buddy's Business by the OJs being the major standout for me. I'm going to give Brawl in Cell Block 99 a 9 out of 10. And that's it, y'all. It's your boy Fro. What did you think about this movie? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Comment below. Let me know your thoughts. In the meantime, between time, I'm on to the next review. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe for more. Hit that like button, and I'll see you. Peace.